Good morning. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, Instagram. Good morning, YouTube. I'm up here. I know I look a little like a, but well, y'all not used to seeing me look like this, but this is my little trial run. I was thinking about giving y'all like a, Brittany in the morning, where I just come up and kind of like speak on some things. Um, you know, to say this in my life, I people call me a lot to get, my opinion, which I'm, grateful for, advice, or, just to vent and talk. And so I felt like maybe I should build a platform where I can kind of give out my wisdom to a broader audience and, without, I like to give advice, and I like to let people vent and listen to things and, maybe give some, wisdom. I look at it as a ministry, so it's not something that I am like frustrated with or know it with or anything like that. But I was just looking for maybe a platform where I could kind of do it to maybe a more broader audience, or a bigger spectrum, in just one sitting, kind of things that people are going through and that people talk about. Maybe just touch on it and talk about it in a, you know, setting that I can do, to reach more people. I probably would do it in the morning. So every morning I probably would be looking a mess, y'all. I did get up and wash my face, brush my teeth and everything. But I'm not gonna be on this platform looking all glamorous and stuff like that. So this will be something to give you like, real raw honesty. I think the world is ready for that at this point. And I'll probably eat my little breakfast with y'all, because it should be my time to kind of like, eat my breakfast. And um just talk, about some things that maybe need to be addressed or discussed, and if you happen to be on this live while I'm talking, if you would like to come on to the live and join in as part of the discussion, you're free to do that as well. Good morning, Soulfully Divine Creations. How you doing? This is my little trial run of my podcast. I may do a Brittany in the morning for you guys. So I'm just kind of seeing how it goes this morning. But a lot of things have been laid on my heart to discuss. Anyway, so, when I do my The Office show, sometimes I would do it once a month. I don't like to commit to nothing unless I can be consistent. So I might not get up here every morning, y'all, but it'll be some mornings I get up here and I can, be creative with you guys. What else I was about to say? Oh yeah, so it's some things that when I do my The Office show, I do it once a month because I like to put it together really nice for y'all, get some good guest interviews. So, but sometimes I have to wait that whole month to really like bring something or talk about something on a platform, and I don't always necessarily want to have to wait that long. So, like, I wanted to do like a Betty White tribute, R.I.P. rest in power to Betty White, because I grew up like, everybody else, like when I grew up in Norfolk, like nobody around my way that I knew would look at Golden Girls. Like that was considered corny. Like, but when I used to come to North Carolina to visit my grandma in the summer times, at night, that was our little thing. We'd get in the bed together with a snack and we would like binge watch Golden Girls. So that's how I came to love, Betty White and the Golden Girls, or whatever. And so, she stuck with me in my heart, in my life. And every time I see her, I think about my grandma, because that was like our little happy place. We watched the Golden Girls. And I didn't think the Golden Girls would be funny. Like I was like, grandma, let me look at this. But I watched it and I was pleasantly surprised. It was so funny. I used to be in the room rolling off the Golden Girls. They was hilarious, especially the mama, the little older lady. I forgot her name, but she was hilarious to me also. And Betty White was too, because she was just so dumb acting on the show, But R.I.P. to Betty White. And just wanted to say that Bob Saget, who was on another show I enjoyed, Full House, because growing up, it was Family Matters, and at first it was Full House would come on, then Family Matters would come on, and that was my happy place too. I would get me something good to eat and sit in front of the TV and watch. I would watch Family Matters, and I would watch. Excuse me. I would watch Full House. So Bob Saget, R.I.P. Hey, Mr. Corner Store Ivani, how you doing? Good morning. And I will watch good afternoon, rather I say. I'm a little late starting this morning, y'all. But yes, I will watch the Golden Girls. I will watch Full House. So, and Bob Saget, I didn't know was from Norfolk, Virginia. So that's why I really want to say shouts out. I found that out years later. A few years ago, because I was like doing some research for a class I was in, and we had to, what I was talking about was like people that made it big from like my area, my hometown. And I found out Bob Saget was from Norfolk, Virginia. Like we went to the same middle school, Azalea God Middle School. So rest in power to Bob Saget. You know, I used to love him as Danny on Full House. Like I thought he was the epitome of a great single father. And they kept me rolling and laughing and looking. So yes, R.I.P. to Betty White and Bob Saget. And everyone else that has lost someone. And all other powerful people that have gone to rest early. Rest in power. Hello, I don't know who this is. Abu Tak. Whoever you are, good morning. So, you know, I just want to give y'all a little inspiration this morning. You know, if I do this Brittany in the morning, I'm going to start it off with this video right here, because this gives me praise in the morning. This gives me, this just helps me start my day off right. It's this lady named Mary Ell McCracken. She is on YouTube. And when I hear her, I just get back into my old school growing up spirit, growing up in the Kojic Church of God in Christ era, and how, you know, how the older people was just so fired up for Christ. And so if I do this podcast, Brittany in the morning, this is what we're going to start every morning with. Okay, so that y'all can get fired up, so we can conquer the devil here, because that's one thing that needs to be conquered first thing in the morning. When you set foot and open your mouth, the number one person that needs to be upset is the devil. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna do some Mary McCracken this morning, y'all. I'm gonna introduce y'all to her
and make whole.
if y'all don't know who she is.
Hey, EBB, Shanama. Glory to God. Hey, God, look on right now. In the name of Jesus, healing hands, touch and deliver. Oh, hallelujah. Ha. I know, BBB, I shout. Look on every man, every woman, every boy, and oh, God. We came to magnify your holy name. Hey, EBB, I shout, because truly the name of the Lord is a high tower. The righteous run in, and they are saved. Hey, EBB, I shun them all. God, as this broadcast airs, hey, EBB, I shun them. Let a spirit of encouragement sweep over your people. This is Evangelist Mary Ell McCracken, and you are listening to the Holy Ghost Outreach Broadcast. Hey, EBB, I shun them all. And I tell you, I am fired up, because I'm wrapped up and tangled up with the Lord. I am fired up because I'm on my way to heaven, and I'm certainly enjoying the trip. Hey, EBB, I shun them all. He's real down on the inside. Truly, we have a special broadcast today. I brought up.
Yes, God. Good morning, Sister Mary Ell McCracken. Did you heard what she said? She's on her way to heaven, and she's enjoying the trip. EBB, Shondo. I love Sister Mary Ell McCracken. She gets me fired up. I'm sorry that my speaker went dead in the middle of that, but you know, we're going to play this one more time, because see, the devil is real out here in the world today. He is rearing his ugly head wherever he may. And we're going to put him to shame with this one more time, y'all.
Hey, EBB, I shun them all. Glory to God. Hey, but I thank God. Under BBB, I shout. God, look on right now. In the name of Jesus, healing hands, touch and deliver. Healing hands, touch and make whole. Hallelujah. Look on every man, every woman, every boy, and every girl. Hey, God, we came to praise you. We came to lift you up. We came to magnify your holy name. Hey, because truly the name of the Lord is a high tower. The righteous run in, and they are saved. Hey, God, as this broadcast airs, let a spirit of encouragement sweep over your people. This is Evangelist Mary L. McCracken, and you are listening to the Holy Ghost Outreach Broadcast. Hey, and I tell you, I am fired up because I'm wrapped up and tangled up with the Lord. I am fired up because I'm on my way to heaven, and I'm certainly enjoying the trip. Hey, he's real down on the inside. Truly, we have a special broadcast today. I brought up...
Yes, Sister Mary L. McCracken. You better let them know you fired up. Fired up. On my way to heaven, and I'm enjoying the trip. Sometimes you got to give an old nasty praise. You got to give an old nasty shabbat just to get the devil up off you. Just to let him know that he does not have any power in your circumference and your vortex. I love a good praise. I have another video. This one gets me fired up as well. When I watch Bishop, Elder Jacobs, he's on Instagram, y'all. Y'all might want to check him out too. He is amazing. And he loves the Lord, and he is not ashamed and not afraid.
Yes. Hey, I'm ready to have church. Glory to God. Yes. Come on. I'm ready to have church. Glory to God. So, Pasante Koramandele Kutarabahai. God, I feel the Tiki Mandele Besu. You better come on here, Jesus. Yes. Church.
Yes, Elder Jacobs. Yes, he's ready to have church. I am too, y'all. I'm always ready to have church. But so today, I felt compelled to come on the line. It was some things that I had been watching on the internet, and it really touched me. And I was like, you know what? I want to talk about this because maybe people I know have not thought about this or recollected on this or what have you. So there was a video, an Instagram video. And I don't know if y'all familiar with Shekinah Joe. And she was friends with T.I.'s wife, Tiny. And whatever happened between them, I guess it was a buildup of things. They fell out, and they're no longer friends. So Shekinah recently had a Instagram live where she was kind of just expressing what was on her heart and mind. I mean, she felt super hurt, and I could just really see the hurt in her. And I'm just like, man, this lady is really hurt, because of the end of this friendship. And hell, it sounded like she was more hurt over what was happening while they were friends, so, which blew me. Because I would have got out of that friendship like a bat out of hell. But, so, she was expressing herself. She was crying. She was super, super sad. And, so, Funky Dineva, who is another famous celebrity blogger, who he talks about a lot of things that are happening, in pop culture right now, or things that, are going on in the entertainment side of things. He did a video yesterday, which was very compelling, because usually he'll get on his platform and he is funny, he'll just talk cash cold mess, but he is real and he is raw. And so, I was like, oh no, Funky, you about to really tackle this thing here. So, because you live in the A, you got to walk around the A, like you know what I'm saying? But so, anyway, he tackled it, but I like the way he tackled it. He did it very professionally, and he kept it very authentic and genuine, and and I could tell. But one thing he mentioned was There are things called unequally yoked friendships. And you have to recognize if you are in one of those. I don't want to personalize this too much about me, but I have had friendships where I had to reassess and reanalyze the nature of our friendship. Was it beneficial to me? Was it beneficial to the other person? What did it make sense? And Funky Dineva brought up some very important points that I think a lot of people should take into account as they're moving about their lives. You have to be careful with unequally yoked friendships. If you're getting into a friendship, like, okay, how can I get into this, y'all? Because I don't want to be offensive. Okay, all I can do is give my own personal accounts, and I'll just start with that. Whenever if I'm meeting a new friend or someone who wants to befriend me, if you don't have what I have to lose, if something go left or go down the drain, I am not gonna too much deal with you too hard. Like, not saying that rich people and poor people can't be friends, because they can. They can be friendly. But you have to look at yourself. Say, for instance, if say I'm at the gym or at the gas station or at anywhere where you can meet people, and I meet a young lady who, we're friendly. She wants to befriend me. I go to find out that her tax bracket, she's in the millionaire tax bracket, right? And me, I'm not in the millionaire tax bracket yet. You understand what I'm saying? So we go out, I agree to go out, hang out, chill, and we learning more about each other. And I'm finding out she's in the millionaire tax bracket and I'm not quite in the millionaire tax bracket, right? I'm going to then at that moment assess, what is this friendship about to be about? Because what you don't want to get caught into is something like a Shekinah and a Tiny friendship where one of the person plays a flunky. You understand what I'm saying? If you with this person and you can't eat how they eat, you can't go to the places they go, you can't drive what they drive, you can't shop at the places they shop, how is that friendship going to be? How are you going to feel in that friendship? Because if I'm friends with a millionaire and you want to befriend me and you want to be my friend, that millionaire at some point needs to bring me up needs to be trying to bring me up to millionaire status. And I mean quickly. Because if you're not trying to bring me up to millionaire status, to be on the same plateau as you, to be equal with you like this, you want to keep me here, but you're here, I'm going to have a problem with that. And I'm going to be looking at the friendship like, well, what you trying to do? Are you trying to have a flunky type of situation with somebody that's your understudy or something like that? Because why would a friend want to keep a person that is a true friend less than them? So you have to analyze stuff like that and figure out what is your purpose. What is your purpose in the friendship? Because you don't want an unequally yoked friendship. Just the same as, in a Bible situation. Because I always take everything back there to make sure it makes sense. A person that's anointed can't be friends with a person that is demon-filled, demonic. You understand what I'm saying? You want to make sure that you're equally yoked in all aspects of friendship. You're equally yoked spiritually. You're equally yoked financially. You're equally yoked mentally. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how you have a nurturing and a fulfilling friendship. You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if that person, like for instance, Tiny, she's a millionaire, right? She's very wealthy. Shekinah, not quite as wealthy as, not on the same plateau as Tiny. Whatever happened between them, where Shekinah felt like she had to go to court to defend herself, she's racking out lots and lots of money for these attorney fees. These attorney fees that Tiny and T.I. are paying against her, are not causing as much financial strain as it is on Chicago. So at this point, that friendship has made it now to where it's costing her to have that friendship, and you're losing sleep, and you're crying about it, but that person over there, that's the millionaire, it's not no sweat off their back. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and so that's why I say choose your friends wisely. Understand and analyze the friendship and see do it make sense. If you're gonna be friends with a million, because just like, say for instance, you have a millionaire friend, and that millionaire friend say, "Girl, or boy, or whatever, let's go to Dubai. Let's go to Dubai. I'm feeling like a Dubai right now." And you just like, "Well, girl, I can't afford that right now." You know what I'm saying? Dubai is expensive. You understand what I'm saying? And you might be putting yourself in a hole trying to go to Dubai. You understand what I'm saying? So then that friend says, "Well, girl, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna pay you. I'm gonna pay for you. I'm gonna pay your half." Okay. So you let that friend pay your half to Dubai. You get to Dubai. What you gonna feel like? Are you gonna feel equally yoked? Are you gonna feel like you gotta take the bags? Are you gonna feel like you gotta do something to overcompensate because you feel guilty or you feel indebted to that friend? You understand what I'm saying? And how long is that gonna go on? This person, this millionaire, may be going out with friends at different places that you seeing on her social media, or you hearing about that you wasn't invited, because people gonna get tired of paying for you, and then therefore you go into the flunky position. So I just say, if you friends with a millionaire, or you friends with a person, and especially a millionaire type of thing, and you're not a millionaire, they need to be bringing you on their level or trying to help you get equal to them. A friendship that the person is not trying to bring you on their level to make you equal, that's a problem. That's a red flag, and you need to look at it. Do not play the funky in friendships. It's hard to be friends with a person that's not on your same page with you spiritually or mentally anyway. Why keep that friendship around? What are you benefiting from? Most likely that person is benefiting off of you. You understand what I'm saying? And if anything go left or things go awry, because with friends, most time it do, friends become enemies very quickly. Then you done got drained of your energy. They done came and took your knowledge and got your expertise, and then guess what? They off going to do them and forgetting about you. And you might be the one hurt because you actually invested something emotional into the friendship because they had nothing to offer. You understand what I'm saying? So it just don't make sense. Analyze your friendships and watch who you befriend. Because if you have a friend also, that if you're a female and you have a friend and that female's husband or boyfriend has no problem with disrespecting you and talking to you crazy, that's because that friend of yours has allowed it. She has not checked it. So be careful of unequally yoked friendships and make sure that friendship is beneficial. Make sure when you leave, if that friendship has to end, that you're not out of anything. You're not drained and hurting behind that friendship. And that goes for any relationship, even a marriage. I wouldn't marry no millionaire. If there was a man that was a millionaire before me and he's a millionaire, when we come into the relationship or marriage, you need to be quickly trying to elevate me to your level. Because if we come into that and you claim you love me, you mess with me, and you're not trying to elevate me to be where you are, and I don't actively see you're elevating me to be where I'm at, I'm not gonna mess with it too tough. Because why are you comfortable with just keeping it here? Why are you comfortable with me staying beneath you? Come on, somebody. Are we ready for church? Are we ready? Do I need to put the elder back on? Because I'm about to preach and go in a minute. Come on, elder.
Church! Glory to God. So, Pasante Koramandele Kutarabahai. God, I feel the Tiki Mandele Besu. You better come over here, Jesus. Yes, church.
You understand?
Yes.
If you get into a relationship with somebody that's a millionaire or that's wealthier than you, and they're not trying to bring you on that level, you have to then question yourself, why do they want to keep you subservient and submissive and under? No. When I get married, if it's to a millionaire, I'm going to make sure if I leave this situation, I'm going to be leaving with more than I came with. I'm not going to be into a position, if we're married, where I got to stay in a position where I'm beneath you. If I want to live out my full potential as well, I need to see that you're supportive of that. Because if not, that goes with any relationship. People should never want someone to be under them. If it's a friendship, or if you're related to someone that you really love and care about, you should be trying to elevate them or help them get on your same level. Or hell, just not have a friend that's not on the same level. And just make sure you guys are equally yoked around the board. Because on top of losing a friendship, one thing you don't want to lose is your time, your energy, possessions, things you work hard for, whatever, your money. You don't want to you're losing a friendship that you invested in, and then on top of that, you're losing other things. That's a double ill. So you want to analyze those friendships before you even get into that situation. That's with any relationship, I believe. That's in any business relationship, any intimate relationship, any friendship. Analyze it. Does this make sense? And not only that, I'm spiritual, so I keep God in everything. So I pray about it. Ask for direction and guidance from the Holy Spirit. Does this make sense for me to get involved with? Is this going to take away from me more than I'm gaining from this? Is this situation going to help me more than it's going to hurt me? Does it make sense? You know, anything that you get into, that needs to be the case. And like I said, I don't want to get into the whole space of, you want to judge your friends and judge this. This is another thing I want to say before I go on. Everything I say is not going to be for everybody. The people that's for is for. If you don't like it, or it's not something you agree with, please continue to scroll, and please just, understand it's not for you and keep it pushing. But please do not put no negative comments or anything under my page or my post, because you will be blocked. First the comment will be deleted, and you will be therefore blocked. Keep it pushing if this is not for you. Some things that I say is not going to be for everybody. But if it applies, or if it can do something to help you, boom, that is all good. You understand what I'm saying? But and going back to what I'm saying, I'm not saying that people that are less fortunate can't be friends with fortunate people. I'm just saying, make sure and analyze the friendship and make sure it makes sense. Because betrayal never comes from your enemy. You already know their position. You already know they don't like you. You already know they hate you. You already know that. The betrayal comes from people you know, your friends, people you let close to you. So anybody that you are friends with and you let close to you, you need to analyze that relationship. Husband, wife, family members, kinfolk, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't say care if they kin to you or not. I've been hurt by a lot of people that share the same blood as me. That don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? If they're a serpent and they ain't right, analyze it. And therefore make the changes for yourself. Ultimately. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of touch on that, because that conversation that he was having on that video was interesting to me. And I was like, you know what? This is some real stuff, because it's happened so many times. It rings so true to me, because I've been there where I had to end friendships, because I'm like, at this point, this friendship don't make no sense. And I'm not just going to stay in this friendship for the sake of saying I'm your friend. Like, you clearly don't care about me. You know what I'm saying? Why would I remain friends with a person that clearly don't care about you? At some point, you need to, think about yourself. Think about your future. Think about your well-being. Because if you don't think about your well-being, who's going to do it? In this day and age, who really is going to do it? So, yes, people. And there was another subject that I wanted to touch on today that I thought about. I was thinking about that for a couple of days. But there was another video, because in my spare time, I scroll through YouTube. I don't know if y'all know, but Yandy and Mendices, they have a adopted daughter that Yandy adopted. And her name is Infinity. And I keep up with her story and I watch her because just like Infinity, I went through my 10 years in a foster care system in Norfolk, Virginia. And there was so many days that I was in that foster care system that I felt alone, sad, like nobody understood, nobody cared. It was a lot of a lot of rough days. And I felt like we were forgotten about because before I even got into the Norfolk foster care system, I didn't even know Norfolk had foster care or had a foster care or had foster kids. Like foster kids didn't even run across my mind. Like I guess I was just so living in my head where, you know, at that time I didn't even think foster kids existed. To be honest with you, I didn't even know about a foster care system, foster care home. Like what is this? So when I did finally get in, I'm like, wow, this is a whole other secret world here. Like, this is a whole system of things that's going on here. And, you know, it was a shock to me of, you know, how it was a new lifestyle. So, but I know while we was in there, I felt forgotten about. You know, we had certain people that worked in, you know, whatever agency you were with that were good people, you know, and you may have been blessed to get a good, you know, social worker or worker or whatever, but, you know, for the most part, you felt forgotten about, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, there wasn't too many resources for us. You know, I would have loved like a big sister program or something like that just, you know, I don't know. It was, like I said, it was just not, I just felt forgotten about. So her videos touch home with me because I know exactly what she feels. So on yesterday, I saw a video that she had posted maybe about a week ago. And she was kind of, you know, in front of her camera and she was in her dorm room in college and she just let loose. She just let out everything she was feeling. She was like, and I know I don't feel right. You know, I need some help. She was like, it's days where I wake up and I'm just sad. I'm depressed. I don't know why, you know, and she was like, I just feel alone. And it hit me so tough because I'm like, dang, you know, I know exactly what that feels, you know, and by the grace of God, and his mercy and his favor on me, I was able to dig deep into my spirituality and read my word and pray like my grandma taught me. And you know, I was able to hold true and to pull through and find it. But some people don't have that. They get weak in the mind and they just want to end it, you know, because it's like, is this what my life is? Like, I don't want to live like this. So some people don't be strong enough. And so my heart was going out to her when I was watching this video. And, you know, it's a portion on there where she's just crying and she's like, I don't even know why I'm crying. And I know I shouldn't be on this video crying, y'all. I'm so sorry. Like, you know, but I just felt like I should cut on this video and maybe somebody will, you know, maybe this will help me or I could get help, because she was saying how she was looking for therapists, but the therapist she was looking for, her insurance wouldn't, you know, the therapist she wanted, the insurance didn't cover her. There was another therapist she wanted, and that particular therapist wasn't taking clients at the time. So, you know, she was looking for help, but, you know, things wasn't lining up. But she was like, I know I need help. So she was like, this was like my last resort. So while she's actually talking in this video, I'm looking at the video and I'm like, baby, like, just cry, girl. Let it out, girl. Trust and believe, because once you do and you cry and you let it out, that is your strength. That's how you gonna reach up and be okay. Like, that is your strength. That is what you need to do to rejuvenate and get that power back. Just cry and let it out. And it brought me to this topic that I wanted to touch on today too. Everybody in this country, I'm gonna say in this country, hell, it might be on the planet, but I'm definitely saying this country, everybody has experienced trauma. Whether you knowingly knew it was trauma or you didn't know it was trauma, we have all experienced trauma, especially in this country. Because one thing that you have to navigate and to be, you know, happy and to be comfortable and to operate in this country is money. And at times there is a very big shortage of money in certain communities or what have you. So you could go from being comfortable living in your home, driving your car, your kids are good, to something happen in your life, terminal illness, or a situation happen where the money can't come in consistently, and you are your home is threatened, your car is threatened, your kids, hell, your kids might be threatened, they might be being threatened to be taken away, whatever. And you go through this whole thing of, man, I might be about to be homeless. That's traumatic for people. That is traumatic for some people. You understand what I'm saying? Like domestic violence, growing up in an abusive home, losing a parent from a terminal illness or something immediately, or a child from gunshot. Like, so much has happened to people in the world. Like, I believe in this country, everybody walking around with some type of trauma. Some people have had trauma going on longer than others. You understand what I'm saying? So, because, me, I'll say it because I say it all the time. I went through a lot of childhood trauma coming up. You know what I mean? And a big portion of that was, I had my great-grandparents that raised me. And I'm not going to say when they were alive and well, they were godsends. They were my angels. But when they passed away, because they were old when they got me, so when they passed away, I was very much young, maybe 7, 8 years old. Mother had already passed away. Father was estranged. So, I'm coming up into a family of vultures and vipers that, I had to protect and defend myself. And you doing this without any parents, what you're supposed to have, that love and protection from parents. I didn't have any of that. So I had to come in to, into my adolescence, into my teens, into all of those years with this protective shield, with these defense mechanisms that I had built to be so accustomed to. And it was, to me, it was traumatic to me because it took away my childhood. You understand what I'm saying? It took away my childhood. And it was a lot of traumatic things that I saw and heard. And it was traumatic. What I had to realize as I got older, and I think people need to realize this too, when you decide that you've been through, when you have recognized you've been through trauma, and you decide that I want to take the proper steps to heal, oh my God, because these steps when it takes to heal are, it's just like surgery. It is, I equate it to surgery. When you finally take the steps that you want to heal, baby, you're going to go through some stuff. Crying, oh, please. That's gonna come like, it might come with crying, screaming, shouting, depending on what religion you have, spiritual rituals, confronting the past, all type of things. Isolation. You have to think of this. If a person is going through, say a person went through 10 years of trauma, that means your brain is a muscle. So your brain develops, and that muscle develops off of whatever environment it's used to. So your brain is then developing off of trauma, right? So your brain has got used to you operating in trauma. You know what I'm saying? And I had to realize that too. That's where my defensiveness come from, anger out of this world came from, aggressiveness, violence, all of that. It's because my brain had been used to operating off trauma, right? Once you get to a place of healing, if you've been through 10 years of trauma, you can expect that you're going to have 1 to 2 years of healing from a traumatic situation. Years and years of a traumatic situation, you think 1 or 2 years. So what I had to learn for myself through my healing process, Brittany, can't nobody put no time frame on when you heal, baby girl. If you done went through all these years, and I went through way more than 10 years of trauma, I'm just using that as an example. But if you've been through all these years of trauma, do you think it's going to heal in a year or 2? No. So I had to go through my crying, my praying, my being, expressing where my source of my pain came from. You go through this whole traumatic healing process. Why? Because you have to heal. You have to get coming out of the trauma. That's just like somebody that got shot multiple times. They in ICU or trauma unit, right? You can't have nobody, a doctor's not going to come in and say, well, we're going to do this. We're going to try to do this in like 4 or 5 days here. We need you healed and out. No, that doctor in that hospital is going to let you lay there and go through whatever your body needs to go through to get better and to heal. And to keep an eye on you and to monitor you, because guess what? You may have setbacks in that healing. They may have to run in there. You might flatline for a minute. Anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? But nobody can dictate your healing. You might come out of the hospital. Some people come out of the hospital 4 or 5 days from a traumatic gunshot wound or whatever like that. Some people take a month or 2 or 6 months because they're in a coma. Nobody can tell you what you got to go through and how long it takes for you to heal. You have to do that for yourself. So if you got to cry, if you got to go through therapy, if you have to go through screen therapy, whatever you got to do that's going to heal you so that you can live a life that's fulfilling, you have to do it. And don't feel bad about it. And that's what I wanted to tell that young lady in that video, and I couldn't talk to her. But I wanted to say, baby girl, cry. Get it out, baby. Ain't no telling. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard what you might have went through. Don't feel bad about it. If you gotta scream, scream. If you gotta go through it, whatever you gotta do, crawling, purging, do it to heal. The only person that's gonna be mad is the devil. The only person that wants you to stay stuck in that traumatic situation and live like that is the devil. And he don't have no authority over God's chosen ones. He don't. Because see, everybody is God's creation, but all of us are not children of God. That's a whole nother segment that we'll go into at another time and place if the Lord say so. But yes, I just wanted to also throw that in the air. Do whatever you got to do to heal. Whatever you feel that you have to do to heal, do whatever you have to do to heal. Because it's all about your healing. It's not about nobody else. People can't tell you how long it's going to take you to heal. People can't tell you how long it's going to take, what's going to take for you to get over stuff. That's not for people to decide. And if you don't care about the person enough to stay around or to sit by their side to go through them to the healing, then carry your ass. Goodbye. Peace out. But don't stop nobody's healing. Don't try to suppress nobody, what they feel, what they saying, what they need to release for them to be healed. That's not up to people. You understand what I'm saying? So yes, y'all, please be mindful of your healing. Take it serious and take the time that you need and get the help that you need. Don't care about how people look at you or what they say. That's our number one problem in this world. That's what I vowed years ago. I am not going to care about what nobody say. If you're not God, I don't care what you got to say about what is happening in my life. You're only a man. You're only a woman. Like, like what? You understand what I'm saying? Because you have to be careful too of so-called people that call themselves people of the cloth, men and women of the cloth. Because a lot of them is fake, cloaked in religious rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? So you have to get a relationship with God so that you can stay guided by Him, the Most High, and hear His voice. You know, because people unstable themselves. Half the world unstable themselves. Half the world unstable themselves. I've gotten to the point where some people I say, don't call me. Because if you want to continue to do the same thing that ain't working for you, I don't want to continue to sit down and waste my time hearing this mess. I'm sorry. I can't. And I'm not going to waste my energy doing it. So much other things I could be doing. And getting to, like, if I love you, I'm going to give you a second to kind of be there for you. Because I feel like that's the Christian thing to do. But I'm not gonna be involved with the bull, with the malarkey. You know, if you want to come out of a situation, you got to do things to get yourself out of the situation. I that's all I know. Like, I'll do some dramatic big stuff to get to make sure that my pattern is not the same. If it ain't working for me, it ain't working. You know, so you know, you have to take that strength and take that energy and do that. Only the strongest survive. So you do have to have strength. God, you have to ask God for strength if you don't have the strength, because you want to preserve your life, you know, the best that you can. You understand what I'm saying? But if it's your time, it's your time. That part too. And God knows, because sometimes God send people here as angels only for a moment in time, only for a certain moment, a certain time. You understand? To help. They have a certain purpose, and we may not know what the purpose is, and we might not recognize the purpose, and sometimes we might recognize their purpose, but they had a particular purpose that God sent them down here for. So you know, that's why I say build a relationship with God, so that you, long as you connected to the Most High, nothing else matters. You have to be connected to the Most High, because He's going to direct you on everything you need to do to be a good human being, you know, to be a functioning human being, to be a glorious human being. You understand what I'm saying? I also wanted, because I've been up here a little longer than I expect. I wanted to do these maybe like 30-minute, 45-minute segments, just so I can kind of go get my day started, you know. But I'm gonna let the Spirit lead. However long these take, it is what it is, you know. And so, like I said, yeah, I won't come on every morning. I probably do like some mornings. But I think I am going to do a Brittany in the morning segment where I just come on and give some knowledge, and you know, we talk a little bit about I talk a little bit with y'all about things that are happening in the world as far as with our mental and things like that, because with that, one thing I am noticing, a lot of people are going through a lot of mental crisis, and they don't know how to reach out for help. They're trying to just sustain and move on, or smoke some weed, or drink some drinks, and try to just, you know, move past it. But it comes a day where, you know, like the old folks say, it's gonna come to a head. Like, it's gonna come a day where you can't cover it up no more. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come to the head, and you want to know how to deal with it, and maybe have somebody that you could look at for advice, or maybe have some type of place you can go look for some type of advice or comfort. And people need that. You have to have, if you feel like you're going crazy, find yourself some help. You know, don't be afraid to find yourself some help. If you feel like you're going crazy, find yourself some help. You know, get the proper help that you need. Take the time out, because I'm telling you, it's been times, and see, this is why I'm a different type of breed. And, you know, I'm just a different type of breed. And this is not about no bragging or anything like that. But I'm going to be honest. Before I became an entrepreneur and I started working for myself, I used to work for a lot of corporate companies here in North Carolina. I did a lot of administrative work in offices and stuff like that. That was my niche. You know, I was a computer whiz with programming. I could pick them up like that, learn the programming, all of that. Once a company see that you're an asset, and you can, you know, keep them sustaining, and you're good at what you do, they tend to use you more. So they offering you, on top of I'm coming in there working for you 8 hours a day, you want to ask me to come back on my days off for more money and put some money in your face and stuff. And I'm like, no, you know, I'm in here all the time. No, ma'am. So I had to start, you know, definitely, I knew how to say no. Like, I don't care about the overtime. I don't care about none of that. Like, you get 8 hours a day from me, and you're lucky you get that. But it was those days when, if I'm going through something huge in my life, or I needed to take a mental break for whatever the case is, y'all. It could have been whatever the case. If I felt like I needed to take a mental break, and I didn't give if I need to take a mental break, it might not always be 2 weeks notice for that. I'm gonna tell you that it might not be a 2 week notice. I might call you. I didn't call the job, and I'm like, look, today I won't be in. You know, I'm not mentally capable of being effective today for you guys. I need a break. And they would say, well, Miss Futrell, you can't just call us today. We don't have anybody to cover for you. And I would say, once again, I'm calling to let you know I will not be in today. You have to make sure you take care of you. A job don't care. A company don't care. They will hire you. You drop dead somewhere. Somebody else, they're going to be having a for hire sign outside in the building or online within 2 to 3 hours. 2 to 3 days, whatever the case. Not caring about you. You just a number on the payroll. You understand? You got to care for you. If it was days I couldn't come. And the thing about it is what I know is to be true and what I'm wise enough to know. If a company values you or value their worker and that worker is actually calling saying, hey, I can't come today. I'm not mentally stable. That company should give an account to that person and care about that person enough to say, okay, if it's that bad where you need a break today, we'll give you that. I feel like companies should be able to do that and have those leeway in those spaces for people, because then you don't put all this pressure on people, making them think, well, they mentally, going through a lot, and then you still putting the pressure on them to come to work, or you threatening to fire them if they don't come, and then they come to work and blow the whole building up. Or they come to work and shoot everything up. Or they go in the bathroom and kill their own stuff. Like, no. You have to... I was always bold enough to do it. I'm like, look, I'm not coming today. Today, I'm not feeling it. And I'm going to be in there. It's not going to be the day for me. So, I'm just calling to let you know. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew I was good at what I did. You know what I'm saying? So, really, at the end of the day, if you decide to drop me, trust me, it wasn't going to be hard for me to... you pick back up somewhere else. But I would call, and if that particular job would say, well, Miss Futrell, if you don't come in today at so and so time, we're gonna have to let you go. I'm like, okay, well, hey, sayonara. Then I go in my room, Lord, well, how we gonna pay everything? What we gonna do, Lord? You gotta help me. You're gonna have to help me at this point, Lord. You're gonna have to help me. I'm here, Lord. What we gonna do? Yes, I'm gonna take care of me. I'm gonna take care of my mental, because one thing I learned about this life, if your brain ain't right, your mental ain't right, your life ain't right. Everything falls if your brain ain't right. Everything falls if your brain ain't right. And I'm gonna keep one thing I'm gonna keep is a healthy brain, because I don't watch so many people around me lose their mind. Oh no. People don't take an account of brain health, mental health. I'm telling you right now, you can be the most physically fit person around. If your brain ain't right, your life is not going to be operating right. Trust and believe. So, if you feel like you need to get mental help, or if something ain't feeling right in your head, get your help. Get your help. I'm encouraging you to get your help. This has been a good session with y'all. Thank you for everybody that joined. Hopefully to see y'all. If I don't do it tomorrow, I'll do it another morning, y'all. And we'll come on and I'll find some topics that we can discuss. There's a lot of new stuff. Oh, I wanted to show y'all this too. And this right here, I was looking through the news articles this morning on my phone. And y'all better get ready to be fighting these robots. I was reading an article where a man, is the first time in the world that a human married a robot. He married this robot. He went and bought this robot. He fell in love with her and he married her. I'll find that article for y'all next time. But then we have an article here I saw where it says humanoid robot appears to instinctively push the arm away of the scientist that bopped it on the nose. Let me show y'all this and see if y'all can see this video. They are making these robots too realistic and too smart, y'all. It's y'all gotta be careful. I'm telling you, get ready. If you're gonna get ready for war, there's gonna be guerrilla warfare in the streets. I always tell y'all, get prepared. There's gonna be a civil war soon. There's gonna be civil unrest. Get ready for these people to be bringing out their robots, y'all. So you're gonna have to learn how to fight robots. You better Google and figure it out. You better get your thinking caps on. Get ready how you gonna take out that robot. Let me see if I can show y'all this video. Look at this robot, y'all. Hold up. Did y'all see that robot? Did y'all see the robot? Hold on, let me see if I did this for the people in the back. If it won't clear, let me do this for you one more time. And I'm going to end it on that note. Have a blessed day, y'all. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. Walk in peace, walk in love, and walk around thanking the Creator for waking up to see another day. This has been Brittany. Brittany in the morning. Excuse me. Brittany in the morning. Catch y'all next time. Peace.